come get ready with me. However, I just did all those push-ups and I already took a shower for today, so I should be clean, but my armpits literally stink. So here's my hack for armpit stink. And I don't know if it's me, but it smells like soap, but I swear I smell it. So I just get a little bit of soap, you know, a little bit of water, make sure it's like really wet. Does anybody else do this, or is this just me? Am I like gross? But I feel like that just like takes care of the problem, you know, especially when like everywhere else I smell good, but I'm like, why do my armpits stink? They smell so much better. And then here's the next secret. Okay, so you never, ever, ever put deodorant on stinky armpits, right? Because then it just like covers it up and then you smell like deodorant and BO and it's super disgusting. So if I smell that smell, then I'll just wash my armpits and put on a little bit of deodorant. I'm very much into natural deodorant. These ones have essential oils in them. I'm not gonna show the brand on that, but like we could do it. And then I get some of this all natural body mist because I am into very natural, non-chemical, all that kind of stuff. And then I just like spray a little bit of, because it's like very light scented. I just spray it right onto the armpits. And then this is the best part. When you start sweating and getting hot, the heat and the pheromones and the scent start to get stronger. So you actually smell better when you start to get smelly and sweaty. It smells like roses, which I always feel like girls should smell like roses when they sweat. And that's how I do it. And I actually smell like roses. So I showered today, but I did not wash my hair because I felt like when I saw my hair like super messy like this, I was like, ooh, that looks really good. So I did not wash my hair. But when I do that, I always brush it first. And I love this bristle brush. It has natural fibers. So these fibers like brush through the hair and then these kind of get the snarls out, but it supports your hair. I had major problems with my hair breaking when I would brush it. This brush has solved that problem. So my hair, I feel like, is finally getting longer, which is really nice. This also takes the natural oils from the top of your head and brushes them through your hair. So my hair is a little bit oily right now, which we're gonna fix in just a second. But before I spray dry shampoo, I like to get all the oils through the rest of my hair to moisturize it naturally. And this is the perfect brush for that. There will be a link in this video for that because this is literally my favorite brush. Okay, so now my hair is all brushed and amazing. You can see it's a little shiny at the top. And this is where I do charcoal with citrus. This is my favorite dry shampoo. This one has no sulfates, no parabens. Again, I like to try and keep the chemicals down as much in my life as possible. But I don't like to have shiny, oily hair, so. And this stuff smells really good. So I just basically spray this at the base of my head, so it just goes right. I don't have really oily hair, but I will go several days without washing my hair. So this is the routine I do when I start to see that shine in my hair. And then I just kind of like lift up my hair like this and make sure I get it under, kind of in the roots, so it really gets that like sheen and shine. Now I have really dark hair, obviously, and this does go white if you spray too much, in which case then I have to brush it out. So as you can see, I have a little bit of white now. This is probably what it'll look like when I start going gray. But I'm not going gray yet, so I'm gonna brush it out and not have that gray as part of my look for today. Although I do love women with gray hair. I think it's so beautiful. I'm pretty much committed to not dyeing my hair when I start going gray. So I am actually 42 years old. I don't have grays yet, and I don't dye my hair. And I don't think that I want to. Now, I reserve the right to change my mind if I want to. But at this point, when I see women with long, beautiful gray hair, to me, it's gorgeous. That's my choice for the moment. And of course, when I actually have to make that choice, I will decide again. But my intention is to not dye my hair because, again, I don't want all those chemicals in my hair. And I feel like beauty should become one of those things that as you age, you become more beautiful. All the ways that we change as women. That's what I want to live as I age, which is also why aging well is so important to me. So I keep my little makeup drawer pretty organized. I like to do, and of course, you gotta keep chocolate in your makeup drawer just in case you get a hankering while you're getting ready, which my son gave this chocolate to me. In fact, he gave me some of you'll see where all my secret spots are. He gave me like 5 bars of this, and so I hide it in my get it ready drawers just in case I need a little snacky snack while I'm getting ready. Because dark chocolate is my favorite, and my son knows that, and he did something that was very upsetting, and this was his cute little apology gift. Now, I don't require my kids to give me stuff if we get, you know, upset with each other. This is just something he did. I didn't teach him, I didn't ask him to do this, so I thought that was super sweet because this was his peace offering. So every time I see this, I'm kind of a person that is in the love languages. I am a gifts person, which is really funny because I don't like a lot of stuff. I especially don't like gifts that I can't use and that I don't like. So I'm really against getting stuff unless I pick it out. However, when it's really meaningful, whether it's small or big, I have found in my life it means so much to me. So every time and this is how I interpret that. Every time I see these chocolates, I remember my son apologizing to me, knowing that his heart was really good and sorrowful and wanted to give me something to show his love for me. So every time I see these chocolates, that's how I feel. And that's how I interact with gifts. So it's not that I like or want or need gifts, but they mean a lot to me when they're really meaningful. And I learned that actually with my husband because he gave me this box of dark chocolates, and he and I were not gift giving type people, but there was this one time not too long before he died where he gave me this really nice box of chocolates, and every time I would grab a chocolate out of there and eat it, I would think about him and how much he loved me, and that's why he gave me the chocolates. And then I was like, I wonder if I'm a gifts person, but I also think it's really connected to meaning. And so if it's not meaningful, it's just like, oh, here's a gift, that wouldn't be meaningful to me. But I find myself thinking about the person who gave me a gift every time I go back to the gift, which is why flowers and chocolates are great because I love flowers and I enjoy. I'm gonna open this now because I definitely think I need some chocolate while we're doing this. Thinking about my son and his love for me. But I love flowers. So when I see flowers, every time I see them, I think of the person that gave them to me, which I buy myself flowers too. But I've just found that's an aspect of my personality that I kind of discovered as I received meaningful gifts. Okay, so now we're good. Okay, first step. I like to use a tinted moisturizer. I actually have kind of a few of these, and I mix them together right now. So I like this one. So this is an SPF 40. I always put lotion on in the morning on my face, make sure that I protect my skin. This one has a sheen to it, so I don't like using it all by itself. Then I use a little bit of this. So these are all natural and all mineral based. This one is Burt's Bees. I like this one a lot. It's SPF 15. This is medium. I mix this is more of like a coverage type thing, and I don't like the look of a lot of coverage. So I mix a little bit of that in with it. And then this is Bare Minerals. This is a tinted hydrating cream. It also has SPF. I like to mix the 3 of these. This one also gives a lot of coverage, a little bit more than I like. So between the 3 of them, I have the sheen, more of the color, and then a tinted hydrating gel because my skin tends to get really dry. So I have the 3 just like that, and then I just mix them like this. And this is just what I found works really good with my skin. It's also me trying to use up what I have because I don't like to waste. And I bought all of these and I want to use them up. And you can see, like, as I rub this into my skin, it's a really nice sheen, and it looks really like glowy and dewy and moisturizing, but then you can still see my freckles, which I don't like foundation because it covers up. Like, it just is too much coverage. And I found that as I've gotten older, the more coverage I have, the more the wrinkles show through, and the deeper that makeup goes into the crevices and then makes my wrinkles look deeper than they are. Or maybe it just makes them look the way they actually are, and I don't like them looking really noticeable. So I've really, really loved this moisturizing tinted lotion. And then I have my little combination that I make. Okay, then I like to add color to my face. So this is like a really good base. I have a little bit of discoloration under my eyes, probably because of stress and like lack of sleep and all that kind of good stuff. So I will use a powder foundation on that to cover it up, and it looks super amazing. But before I do that, I do all my creams, and I don't use a lot of powder, but I love these, and I love drawing all over my face because I think it's really fun. And then I get my favorite blending brush. Now, also as a disclaimer, I am not a makeup expert. This is just like what I've figured out on my own. And as I've done my makeup, just really trying to figure out what works for me and what works with my skin. Now, if there's a professional out there, I'm totally open to feedback. And if anybody wants to give me a makeover, because I've never really had my makeup done professionally. I grew up in a family where like makeup was not a big thing. And so I just always figured it out on my own. I have watched some YouTube videos, of course, but I've just found this works really well for me, and it takes me like now I am going out tonight, so this is gonna be like a more full face of makeup. Like if I'm not really going out, I'll kind of just do this. Like honestly, I would just probably stop here, and if I'm just like in mom mode and like going out and running errands, I'd probably just leave it like this, because this gives me some nice color. It still is really like a natural face, and I don't have a lot of, like I just don't have a lot on my face, and I don't like having a lot on my face. Okay, next I do cute little blushy blush, and I like to put a little bit on my eyes of every color. I don't do a ton of blush because I just don't feel like a lot looks good for me, and I'm getting it a little heavy, like too close, so I just kind of use my fingers and get rid of that. And now I'm just getting a little bit sweaty, so I always like to wear layers when I'm getting ready, and if I have something on that I'm not going to be wearing, if I'm doing my makeup first, I like to make sure it's easy to take on and off so I don't have to, you know, get into my face and like get makeup everywhere. I do like to use a little bit of highlighter. Highlighter is super, super sketchy with older skin because it really highlights wrinkles if you have them. If you're super young and lucky and you haven't gotten any wrinkles yet, then it doesn't really matter. Now I have some really cute little smile lines right here. So I have to be really careful. So I like to smile, and then I just kind of put them above, like above where they end and below this area. Because if I put them like right here, then those wrinkles start to look really pronounced, and I don't love that. But I do love having a little bit of sheen on my face, and I think it brings like a youthful vibrance. Then I would just put a little on my chin, a little above my eyes, a little above my lips, and actually a little above my eyebrows. And now the risk with this much sheen is your face can look really shiny. So this is where the powder comes in. When I'm done, I put just a little bit of like clear coat powder to make my face look more matte. I don't always do that. Sometimes I'll just leave it really dewy like this, but only if I'm like if I'm gonna be in a lot of natural light. If I'm going out and it's like this kind of light, then it can look a little too shiny. Or if I'm gonna be on camera, because I don't know how my face looks exactly right now, but I'm guessing it looks pretty shiny. I do my little powder routine. I'm gonna move that candle because it's right by my brushes and it's a little hot. So I do a very light bronzer powder just to kind of go over what I did. It kind of deepens the color. And I do this little thing to see kind of where my cheekbones are. I like to go right on the cheekbones, and then that helps me. And I just go right in the same spots where I did the bronzer, which I didn't do it on my neck, and I usually do a little bit on my neck. Sometimes I'll do some right here because that like enhances your cleavage. I don't know what I'm gonna wear tonight, so I don't know if I need that, but I did do a whole little vitamin C treatment on my skin, so it's really fresh right now. And what's that stuff called? I did a vitamin C exfoliation, so my skin's like really fresh and clean right now, and it feels so yummy. I do a little bit of blush when you're getting ready. So this is like really fun. Again, like I build on layers depending on what I'm doing. So again, like this could be like a nice little face to just go out if I have like a low-key meeting or whatever. I don't want to be like all super done up or whatever. But I'm going to a movie premiere tonight, one of my friends, and she invited me to the premiere tonight. So I'm really excited to go. So I want to look pretty cute, but not too done up because I'm taking my kids and it's gonna be like a fun family get together. So I don't like to put a ton on my eyes. I usually like to keep my eyes pretty natural, but if I'm going out, I like them to be a little bit smoky. So I just put like a light base. I like to keep them light. I like to do pinks with me because like that seems to be a good color just for my skin tone. And you know, everybody has their colors that are their favorite. So I did a little bit of dark, and I'm just gonna use this pen to kind of blend it. Because again, the more makeup I wear, the older I kind of look and the smaller my eyes kind of look. So I don't like that. I really love really big, giant eyes. And this is my best secret for that. Let's see. So I really like to use a white eyeliner around this part of my eyes because it really just opens them up and makes them super bright and beautiful. And I love bright, beautiful eyes. I feel like the eyes are like the window to your soul. So I just put on one little line right there. You can see how that just really brightens it up as like in comparison to the other one. I do that on the top and the bottom. And like, I'm not really super precise. I get makeup everywhere. I'm like the least professional makeup person you probably will ever meet doing makeup. but I do like it. And it's therapeutic for me to sit here and just kind of be with myself and enhance my natural beauty, because as Marilyn Monroe says right here, a smile is the best makeup a girl can wear. And I agree with her. However, it is fun to sit here and do makeup. So once I have kind of a whiteness on there, then I will line it. And sometimes I'll use eyeliner. I think I am gonna use eyeliner today. I don't generally like to use black eyeliner. I will sometimes. I like to use lighter colors because it gives me depth, but it doesn't give me like too much hardness within my eyes. So today I'm using a brown, and I'll just do like a really light line right there. So then you can see like the lightness here and then how it fades into a darker color. And then I will just do a little bit of the tip of the corner right there. And then I just kind of blend it in so it looks super natural. If I'm going for like a really dramatic look, I'll kind of bring it up a little bit, which tonight I could do that. And then I just bring it down like that. So that is a pretty dramatic line. Like you can see that's a dramatic line, but then when I open my eyes, it still looks really natural, but it like brings my eye up, which I think is really fun, because then when I smile, it just brightens my face and you can see how the lines go up. And I love that upward feeling when you smile, because again, smile is the best makeup a girl can wear. And then everything else is just like a bonus. And I did a little more than I usually do, so I'm gonna have to clean that up, which is fine. And that's my cute little doggy barking. That's what Q-tips are for. So you can see, I hate this. I hate it when you've got like clumpy lines. It looks horrible. When I do a clumpy line like that, you just have a piece of chocolate, get a cucumber. I was gonna say cucumber. Get a Q-tip out. I don't even know why I was thinking about cucumbers. I really like to try and keep my life as simple as possible, because being a single mom is really tough. Okay, so another thing I like to do, so I have blue eyes. However, if I wear green, they look really green. And I love every eye color, but I have an affinity for green. I don't know why, I think it's just because it's really rare. But if I put some green eyeshadow, it kind of brings out the green tones in my eyes. And so I'll kind of do that over the lines that I've made, and then it's like really, really fun color, and it darkens it, but I don't have to. And I'll just do that again, like on the edges of the outer corners. Okay, see, that's like, it's so fun. It's like green, when I'm not really like a green-eyed girl, but I pretend to be. And then the brown underneath like just brings out a lot of the warm tones in my eyes, which I really, really love. And I think, I would guess if you have darker eyes, you could use darker colors and it would look just as pretty and dramatic in the tones that you have, right? So now this is where I like kind of straighten out the lines a little bit. And I love these brushes because the brushes make it so easy to make nice straight lines. I feel like makeup is like very much artistic. This is like me trying to pretend to be an artist. I did paint last year. I took a painting class and I loved it. I'm gonna take another painting class. I think I probably got better at doing my makeup after I took the painting class. For some reason, after I do the dark, sometimes I feel like I just need like a little bit more pinkness. Yeah, that's like perfect. And that's just like kind of intuitive, like whatever I feel. So the base colors that I use today, this is a little mink mauve. So this is a pink base, and then this is a gray base. And again, I used hardly any of the gray because if I use too much dark around my eyes, they get really small. Mascara, okay? I love curling my eyelashes and then doing some mascara, but I actually feel like I'm really not into big, huge fake eyelashes, okay? I really love the natural look of the eye, and I feel like eyelashes are meant to enhance that, but I feel like if you put too much on, then it's like your eyes turn into claws and they're like, "Rawr, I'm gonna eat you," and I get scared of people with like big eyelashes. So sometimes I won't even put mascara on. Like again, if I was just going out and about, but I wanted to be a little more done up and like more in mom mode, I wouldn't even put mascara on. But since I'm going out, I am gonna do that, and I curl my eyelashes first, and I kind of pump them like this because I feel like that grabs onto the eyelashes and then kind of like gets them ready to go up. So then you can see like the difference between this eye with the cute little curls and then this eye. Both are really beautiful. So then I do the other side. Now with mascara, this is my favorite mascara that I have ever used, and it's just not very expensive. And I feel like it keeps my eyelashes really separate, but really gives me that really beautiful dramatic look with eyelashes. And they're, you know, my natural eyelashes. I do like eyelash growth serums. I use those sometimes. I haven't been using them lately. I like to just get the tips of the eyelashes because I feel like if you go too low, then it makes your eyes look heavy. So I just kind of, I'm really light on the bottom, and then I get like a lot heavier on the tips, like the longest part, the outer part of the eyelash. And then I like to use the top of the brush to kind of keep them separate. And that's the first coat, and I feel like that gives me a lot of separation without making the eyelashes look too big. And I want the outer parts, like the tips of the eyelashes, is that what they're called? Like not the base, but the tips. I want those to look the biggest and most dramatic. So I do one coat, and then that's it. Now again, since I'm going out, I am gonna do my eyebrows. I have done microblading in the past, but the last time I did that, it didn't turn out very well. So I actually have kind of like a remnant of the microblading that just like, I don't love it. So I kind of like just use a little bit of eyeliner to fill that in, and I try to make it look like wispy, like it's real hair. This is probably not the tool to use that with, but because it's the same color and I have it, I just do. And it can look kind of clumpy, so I have to be really careful with it. But I also just like blend it in once I'm done. That's really cute and pretty. I kind of let it dry a little bit, and then I just kind of rub it to blend it in a little bit because I don't want my eyebrows to look too dramatic. Another eyebrow thing that I have is just this, it's like eyebrow, I don't know, it's like eyebrow mascara. This stuff is pretty cool because you can just put it on your natural eyebrows and shape them. So sometimes I'll do both, like obviously today I'm doing both. A lot of times I'll just use this stuff because then it like directs the cute little hairs, and then I can get them to go up, and it just kind of enhances their color a little bit because I do have pretty thin eyebrows, and I cut the hairs. I really don't pluck my eyebrows because I just don't really have like much eyebrows, so I don't pluck them because if I did, I'd have no eyebrows. I wish I had more full eyebrows, but I don't. So that's that. And then I also tend to keep my lips pretty natural looking. I really like a very natural look. But sometimes, depending on the day, my lips will be really pale. They're not very pale today because I've had a lot of blood flow and I've been doing the push-ups and all that kind of stuff. But I just like a tinted chapstick because I'm obsessed with keeping my lips very moisturized. And so I'll use this. And then I usually just have like a tinted chapstick that I then keep with me, and that's like pretty much it. Now, because I am going out, I'm gonna use just like a finishing powder. This is a Mineral Veil, and this just like gives me that kind of like more matte look versus like too shiny. So that's just like, it's just like kind of a clear coat powder, and it just kind of mattes it up, and it does make it look like my makeup is a little bit more thick and heavier, so I don't like to use a ton of it. But that's the finished product. Ta-da! So now I gotta get dressed.